Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of my multiplayer server. This episode we cover everything that was built in Round 9. Round 9 had a health team, and not only was all the scenery selected to be from hell, but to make the players feel like they were in hell, I made the ride selection in this map terrible. For example, we have wooden coasters, but only the cars that go in reverse. For example, Hyper Twister Coaster, which is really difficult to fit in a 20 by 20 plot. And the same goes for the multi-dimension roller coaster, the reverse freefall roller coaster, and of course the suspended swinging coaster, which naturally has a really high nausea rating. So yeah, I made it quite difficult for the players. But everybody worked around these restrictions quite well, and some really nice stuff was made. So, also there were no trail rides available, only some annoying gentle rides, transport rides, some rides you normally wouldn't use very often. Anyway, let's just go over what everybody built, and we'll start here in the corner. So this plot was made by Liao Scott. Like always, his plot again looks amazing. He got a shared third place in this round. I think it's well deserved. This Hyper Twister coaster looks really good. I love how it goes through the mountains here, and I love how he decorated it. Looks really good. So from the other side. Also the coaster is called BFG 9000, which obviously is a nod to the Doom games. And that of course also explains the Hell team. Alright, then we go to the next plot. This plot was made by Wonky, now known as Montera. He also has a YouTube channel if you're interested. He made also this Hyper Twister coaster. What I love most about this plot is actually how he made these roofs. He used the suspended coaster track on top of wooden track, and I think it looks really good. It makes this nice curved roof. Other than that, scenery is quite basic. I think he could have made it look a bit nicer with the flames. But overall it looks good. I really love the roof. Okay, here's the next plot. This one was made by Hank Krai, and again I don't think he really spent much time on this plot. Maybe he only could work on it in the last hour like on the previous plot, but I'm not sure. Anyway, here I see some space rings. I don't really know how he put them here. Probably some tile inspector shenanigans. I like how he could use them as scenery, even though they are a bit glitchy. But yeah, other than that, not a lot of content here. This could have been very nice, but yeah, sadly not finished. Okay, here's the plot from the Wharf. The Wharf also got a shared third place in this round. He made this Hyper Twister coaster that goes around the plot. There's an inversion here, but since it has no sprites for an inversion, it just flicks to the side a bit, which looks quite hilarious. The building on this plot looks quite good, and I really like this waterfall that he made. Okay, let me go to the next plot. This one was made by Howler. There's a bit of a weird station here, I guess, because the train doesn't fit on it. I'm not sure how the guests get on the train. It's a launched coaster, which uses the air-powered launch coaster cars. And it has some other rides with the queue lines made invisible and some tents above it. And here's a boat ride which uses double cars. Okay, here's my plot. I was actually quite proud of this. I got a second place in this round with this plot. I'm quite proud of the castle that I made here. I also used the suspended coaster roofs. I really like the way they look on this castle. Also around this castle I made an invisible track. It's sort of a moat. And there's these air-powered vertical coaster cars going around it, and these were supposed to look like millipedes. The ride's got ferocious, murderous millipedes. I think it looks quite well. I think the millipedes were executed quite well. So there's a coaster in my plot that goes through the castle. I used the reversed wooden coaster cars, and I used them in reverse incline launched mode. I merged the piece of twisted track so they would be pulled up vertically, and also the final spike is also vertical. I'm really happy with how this plot worked out. Okay, here's the next plot made by Burp. It also has this. It also has a launched millipede going around man-eating land centipede. I guess when everything else fails, just copy Deurklink, right? Right, here's a wild mouse with hardline twister cars. I guess this was done because the normal wild mouse cars were not available. It looks quite silly, I think, because they appear to be the track appears to be going through the cars. Okay, here's the next plot. This one was made by Cloud Striker. It's a big castle. Let's quickly look inside. With the cars going through the castle, here jumping over the path. I think that's a cool effect. Let's use cutaway view. Let's see if there's anything in the castle. I don't think so. No, just floors. And there's some shops and stalls here. And let's see what's. Oh, and I like how the maze goes around the side of the castle. I think that looks pretty cool. Okay, then we go to the next plot. This one was made by Marcel, known for his YouTube channel. The plot doesn't look like much at first sight, but Marcel being Marcel, he actually went ahead and made all the stats 6.66. I think that that's quite a unique way to implement the Hell team into the plot. So yeah, no one else, I don't think anyone else has done anything using the stats in any other round really. So yeah, I really like how this worked out. Great job, Marcel. Okay, next plot was made by Jochem. He went for a multi-dimension roller coaster. He made this symmetric castle with sort of I don't know what this is supposed to be. I guess some sort of lava ball or something, or energy ball. I think the castle looks quite impressive. Probably could have used a bit more variation. Of course, it's not easy to build a good-looking multi-dimension coaster. Okay, then we go to the next plot. This one was made by Stu. Stu also went for the multi-dimension roller coaster. I think it looks really good. I really like the steep diagonal lift hill that goes here. And overall this is just a really good layout. I also like how he used these spinning tunnels for decoration. It's also something you don't see often, but it looks really good. Also what I really like is these Martian structures that he used for decoration in the corners of his plot. That's all. These items you also don't see used very often, but I think it works really well. Okay, here's the next plot. This one was made by Creator Creepy. I think this was also one of his best creations. He made this wooden roller coaster that goes around the plot with some jumps in it. He used the air-powered coaster cars. I think they look quite well. So I like how he used these grave monuments for decoration here on top of his building. Okay, here's the next plot. I forgot who made this. There's also no name on it. Let me quickly search for a name. Disco. Like anything made by Disco, it looks quite messy. Coasters, lots of helixes. Here's a volcano with some lava in and around it. I have to say it looks quite messy, the volcano, but you can see what he was trying to go for here. And here's 3 toilets, bit of thickness. Nice. Okay, the next plot. This one was made by Tommy. Tommy won this round with his creation. This suspended coaster is called Court of the Crimson King. He made some really good looking buildings around it, and he really this is a well-deserved win. I think he was quite a bit above the others with his score, and it's not very hard to see why. So great job, Tommy. Also like how he put this bubbling goo on top of the water. It looks really nice. Okay, then we go to the next plot. This one was made by Tuba Pride. Tuba Pride made some really cool rides here. He made this air-launched coaster, but of course the normal standard layout for the air-launched coaster doesn't actually fit in a 20 by 20 plot. So he actually just removed some of the track, and now it will just make it to the top of this tower and then go back, which I think is a pretty cool effect. What I like most about this plot is this maze that he made here, and he actually made the actual maze invisible and replaced it with paths. So now it looks like the peeps are just walking around here on the path trying to find the exit. I think this worked out really well. It looks really cool. It's definitely something I will use in the future. Okay, and here's the final plot. This one was sadly unfinished. It was made by Daniel. Made a hyper twister coaster going around. What I like most about the plot is this big spider that she made. The spider will take you to oblivion. Nice. Alright. Yeah, it would probably score a lot better if it was finished. But yeah, that's usually the case with unfinished plots. Alright, everyone, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. This was the end result of this round is personally one of my favorite. There was some really unique stuff that was built here. Probably also caused by the unusual selection of rides. Alright, I hope to see you guys again in the next video. If you guys want to join in one of my multiplayer rounds, you'll have to join my Discord. The link is in the description, and I hope to see you there. Alright, see you later.